Welcome to Mission Apsc AJ YouTube channel. আজি আমি ডিসকাস কৰিব লৈছো সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং ৰিলেটেড কিছুমান ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যনছ ইতিমধ্যে মই ভালেখিনি ভিডিঅ' ইণ্টাৰভিউ ৰিলেটেড আপলোড কৰিছো যদি আপোনালোকে চোৱা নাই তেন্তে মোৰ চেনেলটো ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি ল'ব তাৰপিছত আপোনালোকে প্লেলিষ্টত যাব প্লেলিষ্টত যোৱাৰ পিছত আপোনালোকে যদি ইণ্টাৰভিউ গাইডেন্স লাগে তাৰ ইণ্টাৰভিউৰ কাৰণে এটা প্লেলিষ্ট আছে তাত আপোনালোকে যাব পাৰে তাতে বহুখিনি সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং ৰিলেটেড ইণ্টাৰভিউ কুৱেশ্যনছ আপোনালোকে পাই যাব ইয়াতে যদি আপুনি যায় এপিএছচিৰ ইণ্টাৰভিউ কুৱেশ্যনৰ তাতে পাই যাব আৰু আপোনালোকে যদি প্ৰিভিয়াছ ইয়াৰ কুৱেশ্যনছ পেপাৰ্ছ বিলাকৰ ডিসকাশন চোৱা নাই তেতিয়াহ'লে আপোনালোকে এই ভিডিঅ'বিলাকত এই প্লেলিষ্টবিলাকত যদি আপোনালোকে যায় পাই যাব সো আজি আমি ডিসকাস কৰিম কেইটামান ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট কুৱেশ্যনছ ৰিগাৰ্ডিং এপিএছচি AE and JEE ইণ্টাৰভিউ ওকে সো we'll try to start so আমি আগতে কিছুমান questions discuss কৰি গলো that is what is the difference between one way and two way slab এইটো ভিডিঅ' যদি চোৱা নাই আপোনালোকে চাই ল'ব মই প্লেলিষ্টৰ লিংকটো দি দিম in the description box so ইয়াতে আপোনাৰ lintel beam কি হয় suspended floor কি হয় what is the grade of concrete then what are the different types of concrete grades this is very important so concreteৰ grade বিলাকৰ types কি ইহঁতৰ ratio কি what are the compressive strength okay so 7.5 মানে 1:4:8 that is 1 is cement 4 is sand 8 is aggregate right so what is the compressive strength of M75 obviously 7.5 ME okay so আমি M35 কেতিয়া ইউজ কৰো কেতিয়াবা সুধিব পাৰে যেতিয়া মিক্স কংক্ৰিট আমি ডিজাইন কৰিব চাওঁ তেতিয়া আমি M35 ইউজ কৰো সো এইখিনি বহুতখিনি কোৱেশ্যনছ আছে ওয়েল মই এই গোটেইখিনি আমি ডিসকাস কৰিছিলো আগৰ ভিডিঅ' বিলাকত আপোনালোকে চাই ল'ব সো প্লেন বিম কি হয় এইখিনি বিষয়ে আমি ডিসকাস কৰিলো then you can see what is compressive strength সেইখিনিও ডিসকাস কৰিলো then what is the super elevations what is the type of roads expressway কি হয় সেইখিনি ডিসকাস কৰিলো তাৰ পিছতে আমি national highway state highway major roads rough foundation কি হয় then we also discuss about the types of rough foundation so আজি আমি ডিসকাস কৰিম what is the normal height of the building okay so normal height of the building আপোনাক ইনে কমেন্ট সেন্সৰ কাৰণে সুধি দিব পাৰে যে what is the normal height of the building so normal height to aslte directly ami kobo noaro okay it will depends on several factor like story মানে কে story আছে suppose 3 story building 4 story building ne 5 story building hetur upor depend kore then secondly we will call at the locations okay location tur upor depend kore site to kenuka kiman khini area amar available ase what are the soil conditions whether the soil bearing capacity is low or high যদি আমাৰ soil bearing capacity low থাকে তাত আমি basically normal height to বা height to আমি ইমান বেছি দিব না যাও যদি the bearing capacity of that particular soil যদি high থাকে তেতিয়া আমি কি কৰিম তেতিয়া will provide more height right so ইয়াতে কি হয় it is in 3 meter যদি আপোনাৰ normal case ত হুদে এটা store কাৰণে বা এটা story কাৰণে আমি কি বুলি কম 3 meter বুলি কম right আৰু যদি তিনটা story হৈ যায় তেতিয়া আমি 3 into 3 9 হয় আৰু additionally 1 meter আহি যায় 10 meters okay so you can say that যদি আমি 3 story building use কৰো তেতিয়া আমি 10 meter ক'ব পাৰো আৰু যদি আমি normal এটা story থাকে 3 meter right okay so what is the normal height of the building it is basically 3 meter okay so next question number 11 ত আপুনি সুধিব পাৰে very simple questions এইবিলাক আসলতে but interview simple question এ সুধিব what is the engineering skills and their parts so আমাৰ বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ skills আছে right so সুধিব পাৰে what is the engineering skill আমাৰ skills to কি হয় engineering skillৰ তেতিয়া আমি ক'ব পাৰিব লাগিব কি স্কেল আমি পোৱা যায় প্লেন স্কেল মানে আমি জেনাৰেলি যেটো আমাৰ জ্যামিতি বক্সত যেডাল স্কেল থাকে ওকে দ্যাট স্কেল কি থাকে তাত দুটা ডাইমেনশন থাকে দ্যাট ইজ সেন্টিমিটাৰ থাকে দ্যাট ইজ mm থাকে ওকে সো সৰু ডিভিজনটো mm তাৰপৰা ডাঙৰ ডিভিজনটো cm ৰাইট সো হেতু হৈছে প্লেন স্কেল তাৰ পিছতে আমাৰ আছে ডায়াগোনাল স্কেলটো কি হয় তিনটা ডাইমেনশন আছে মিটাৰ পাই যাম সেন্টিমিটাৰ পাই যাম মিলিমিটাৰ পাই যাম ৰাইট okay then vernier scale আমি কি পাম vernier scale basically meter decimeter centimeter এই তিনটা পাই যাম okay so vernier scale এই তিনটা পাই যাম okay যদি কোনোবাই আপোনাক খুদে what are the engineering skills then আপোনালোকে ক'ব লাগিব we have three engineering skills one we can say that plane scale another we can say that diagonals and another we can say that vernier scales right so question number 12 what is what are the different beams and their types so আমি beam দেখিছো beam কি হয় beam is basically the horizontal members in a structure right so এতিয়া beam tour কাম কি হয় But আমাক সুধিছে beam কি হয় actually, and আমাক সুধিছে what are the types of that particular beam. So in a building construction, a beam is a horizontal members, right, spanning and opening and carry a load that may be brick, stone wall, or above the opening. So beam কি হয়, suppose আমাৰ opening এটা আছে, suppose this is the opening, right, এই openingটোত ইয়াতকে কি কৈছে, an opening and carrying a horizontal members or spacing an opening and carrying a load that may be brick, stone wall above the opening, in which the beam is often called as lintels. Okay, so beam horizontal members হয়. So আপোনাক সুধিব পাৰে যে lintel কি হয় তেতিয়া. So lintel টো কি হয়, lintel সদায় আমি provide কৰোঁ at the top of the opening. Opening মানে doors, we can say windows. So doors, windows or যেটো topmost portion, তাৰ ওপৰত bricker wall থাকে, right? So bricker wallৰ পিছত we have this particular lintel, right? After lintel we have doors and windows. Okay, so we can say that beam is a transverse member. Beamক আমি transverse member বুলিও ক'ব পাৰো, right? So what are the types of beams? So beams we can have simply supported beam. Simply supported beam মানে কি, ইয়াতে আমাৰ wall আছে, this is the wall. Wall টো আমাৰ ইয়াতে শেষ হৈ গৈছে, right? And here the wall is finished here, right? So তাৰ ওপৰত আমাৰ beam টো আছে, this particular beam. তেতিয়া এইটো কি কম, simply supported beam বুলি কম. Okay, right? Then we have cantilever beam. Cantilever মানে এফালে wall আছে আৰু wall টো কি হৈছে পুৰা এন্টি কৰি কৰি একেবাৰে জয়েন হৈ আছে beamৰ top portionলৈকে. Okay, and এফালে কি open হৈ আছে, এফালে কোনো ধৰণৰ support নাই, তেতিয়া এইটোক আমি কম cantilever beams. Okay, so and we can say that another is continuous beam. Continuous beam মানে কি হয়, continuous beams we have walls, আমাৰ walls আছে. So walls টো পুৰা একেবাৰে top portion লৈ গৈছে, আকৌ walls আহিছে, top portion গৈছে, আকৌ walls আহিছে. So এনেকে continuous কৰি কৰি গৈ আছে. Prop cantilever মানে ইয়াতে আপোনাৰ ruler আহি গৈছে, right? Fix মানে দুইফালে rigidly fix হৈ আছে. Okay, wall টো পুৰা ওপৰলৈকে গৈ আছে, মাজত beam টো আছে. Okay, so that is nothing but fixed beam. So we can say that we have various types of beam. We have cantilevers, we have simply supported beams, we have overhanging beams, we have continuous beam, we have fixed ended beam, and we have cantilever simply supported beam. Okay, the next question you may be asked, what is the continuous footing? Continuous footing bolile apni ki bujhay, but what do you mean by continuous footing? So basically continuous spread footings are used to support foundation walls and load bearing walls. They are also found at brace frame, which given the structure at lateral support. Continuous spread footings are most often found at the perimeter of the structure, right? So this is the continuous footing. So these are the foundations. So foundation bilakok ki korise, we can connect with particular beam, right? Here we can connect like this. Here you can connect like this. এনেকে কৰাৰ লগে লগে কি হৈ গৈছে, যিমানখিনি আমাৰ ওপৰত লোড আহিব, all the loads are distribute to that particular all the foundation, right? So that is nothing but continuous, that is nothing but we can say that continuous footing. Okay, so next we have what is foundation wall. কোনবাই যদি সুধে foundation wall কি হয়, foundation wall is a solid wall which is attached to the footing and rising to the ground level at the point where the ground is highest under the buildings. Okay, so the foundation walls to amar ki hoy, it can be a solid walls. Okay, basically solid wall dia hoy jidal footing or লগত লাগি থাকে and ground level ললৈকে থাকে. So আমাৰ যেটো মাটি আছে, this is the ground level. Suppose এই ground level ললৈকে footing or লগত যিডাল লাগি থকা wall, that wall is basically foundations wall. Okay, many different materials, foundation of বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ materials আছে. So these are the foundations material. Okay, then this is very very important. So what are the classifications of buildings? So buildings or amar class bilak ki ki hoy. So ami group A buildings bili ki bilak kom, ami group A buildings bili kom as per the national as per the National Building Code of India 1970. Different classifications are found, right? So So first one is group A. Group A is nothing but residential buildings. Then group B আমি কম educational, group C কম আমি institutional, group D আমি কম assembly, group E business buildings, group F mercantile buildings. We have group G industrial building, we have storage buildings. Group H, group I hazardous buildings, right? Hazardous buildings. Okay, so next famous, very famous question. আপনার যদি technical line or হয়, any kind of, if you are from mechanical department, if you are from civil department, the basic questions they may ask, define stress and strain. So stress কি হয়, strain কি? Stress is basically defined as experience by the object which is caused by a change in the object, while a strain is defined as a change in the shape of an object when stress is applied. Okay, so first কি হয়, first আমি stress applied করছো, stress applied করার কারণে there is a force which is experienced by the object. Because of that experience, what is happening, সেই experience তোর কারণে কি হয়েছে, the strain, so strain develop হয়েছে. Suppose আমার একটা member আছে, suppose this is a member. Okay, suppose I give some tensile force, my tensile force দি দিছো. So once we apply the tensile force, this particular object will feel some experience, right? So because of that experience, what, because this tension member trying to push this particular object, what will happen in this region or in the particles of that particular materials কি হবো, they will basically deform. Suppose the deformation is, suppose এনেকে আহি গ'ল, অলপ ডাঙৰ হৈ গ'ল আমাৰ beamটো. So সেই যিটো deformation, that is basically strain. Okay, suppose DLL. আৰু যিটো আমাৰ force experience কৰিলে, this particular material, that is known as stress. Okay, so stress is measurable, আমি stressক measure কৰিব পাৰো, আৰু strain হৈছে dimensionless quantity. Okay, stress হয় measurable, আৰু stress কি হয়, stressৰ particular unit আছে, that is like Newton per meter square, like MPa, like GPa. These are the unit of stress. But in case of strain, there is no unit, because deformation with respect to original deformation we are finding, right? So here unit to the meter hoy, here unit to meter hobo, ultimately the ratio, that is del L by L, is 0, right? So this is a particular graph. This particular graph is basically uh, useful sometimes আঁকিব দিয়ে. So this is strain and this is stress. So ক'ব পাৰে ষ্টিলৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত strain stress যিটো ডায়াগ্ৰাম হয় বা যিটো বেসিক ডায়াগ্ৰাম হয়, এটা ড্ৰ কৰিবলৈ প্ৰথম ষ্টেজত কি হয়, this material is within the elastic limit, then কি হ'ব, yield strength আহিব, then কি হ'ব, ultimate strength যাব, then fracture হ'ব, right? So ষ্টিলৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত এই basically HY as the member ক্ষেত্ৰত first up to a certain point it will bear the elastic properties, then after that the material try to yield, then there is a strain hardening stage, then there is an ultimate strength, then necking will form, and after that fracture happens. Okay, this graph is, try to remember this graph. Okay, বুঝিয়ে থাকে. Okay, so next we can have, what is the differences between beam and column. This is very simple question. Beam is a transverse load ahe beamot, aru column ahe axial load. Okay, so try to remember. So beam are usually horizontal structural elements that carry perpendicular to the longitudinal direction, that is basically transverse direction. Think of a balancing beam in gymnastics. It is a rectangular object of 15 feet long and supported both ends. When a person is walking on the beam near the middle of the span, their weight is vertically downward force acting perpendicular to the longitudinal direction of the beam, right? So hetu ki, hetu basically the load, transverse load to kora ahise beam or horizontal member ahise. Okay, so but column ki hoy, column ami vertical load lo, or that load is obviously axial load, right? So what is stirrup in column? Column ami kisman stirrup use kore, STIRUP, stirrup. What is that stirrup? So huribo pare ketiaba. So stirrup is basically a stirrup which refers to a closed loop of reinforcement bars. So etu amar ki hoy, reinforcement bar or closed loop. Apnaloke jodi site jay, site gole we have an reinforcement or jikhini amar kisman spiral type or rounded shape or সিরাপ দেখা পোৱা যায় বা ৰাউণ্ডেড শেপৰ সিরাপ দেখা পোৱা যায় বা কেতিয়াবা ট্ৰায়াঙ্গুলাৰ শেপৰ কেতিয়াবা ৰেক্টেঙ্গুলাৰ শেপৰো সিরাপ দেখা পোৱা যায় সাপোজ দিস ইজ এ বা সাপোজ ইয়াতে আমাৰ ৰাইটেঙ্গুলাৰ টাইপৰ সিরাপ পোৱা যায় ওকে দিস আর নাথিং বাট সিরাপ সো এই সিরাপ রিফার্স টু ক্লোজ লুপ সো এটো কোৱা হয় ক্লোজ লুপ বুলি কোৱা হয় the stirrup must be closed that means the stirrup should be closed of reinforced bars. What is the purpose of stirrup? What is the purpose of stirrup? The main purpose of the stirrup of reinforcement bars is to hold the reinforcement bar together in an RCC structure. So yet a reinforced bar to amar ki kore dhori rakhe. Okay. When it is used in a column, so jetia column hisabe use kora jay. They provide lateral support to the main reinforcement bars to prevent buckling. So buckling ki hoy? Suppose eta column আছে. So because of loads ki hobo? The beam try to this column try to buckle like that. এনেকে buckle hobo try koribo jodi amar yate close loop thake. If the reinforcement having some closed loop, obviously it will resist that buckling. Okay. So stirrupor main কাম হৈছে reinforce বিলাক together ধৰি ৰাখে and secondly so they also used to provide the lateral support to the main reinforcement bar so that buckling doesn't occur. Okay. So what are the hooks? যদি আপোনাক সোধে hooks কি হয়? So hooks is we can say that hooks are U shaped কেতিয়াবা U shaped থাকে L shaped থাকে যিবিলাক আমাৰ reinforced bar হয় reinforced bar or যিটো ending stage তাতে আমি কিছুমান hook লগাই দিওঁ that's our hook. Okay. So there are some formula for hook like for 90-degree bend there is some formula like 4 5. So you have to refer the IS code for that. Okay. These are nothing but hook formula. Try to remember the hook formulas. Okay. So what is the density of steel? Steel or density যদি সোধে তেতিয়া you can say that 8050 kg per meter square আৰু বাৰৰ weight কেনেকে উলিয়াই পাই সুধি থাকে d square by 162. Okay. আৰু steel bar এডালৰ length approximate যদি আপোনাক সোধে then we can say that 12 meter আৰু 40 feet, right? So from the formula that is d square by 162 hey formula টোৰ পৰা আমি find কৰিব পাৰো weight per meter length. Okay. So from there 6 mm hole iman pai jam 8 mm hole 0.395 10 mm hole 0.616 12 mm hole 0.888 16 mm hole 1.578 20 mm hole 2.466 25 is 3.850 32 is 6.38 40 mm is 9.865, right? So next is very important for engineers, that is BOQ. What is BOQ? So BOQ is basically bill of quantities, right? So BOQ sometimes কেতিয়াবা bill refers as a bill of quantities. So কেতিয়াবা bill of quantities বুলি কোৱা হয় কেতিয়াবা BOQ বুলি কোৱা হয়. Okay. So the short form of bill of quantities is BOQ. So question of today, what is BOQ? So you have to say that BOQ is nothing but it is a bill of quantities. Bill of quantities means these are prepared by quantity surveyors. যিসকল quantity surveyor হয় তেওঁলোকে prepare কৰে. Okay. To provide an extensive itemized trade list including the description of quantity of each the components items for the construction project. So আমি কি কৰিম ইয়াতে quantity লিখিম name লিখিম. Okay. তাৰ পিছতে আমি লিখিম array then we can say the total. So গোটেইখিনি আমি যেতিয়া quality খিনি গোটেই বস্তুখিনি যেতিয়া আমি লিপিবদ্ধ কৰিম that is nothing but BOQ. Okay. So what is the difference between plot areas, built-up areas, plinth-up area, carpet areas? Okay. Plot area to basically gute area to jitut ami plot koribo goi asu. Okay. But built-up area te ki kore? Built-up area amar jitu amar plot area ase. Plot area pora ami ki koru? We can deduct the verandas, we can deduct the stairs. We can deduct the verandas. Ami jodi veranda khini bad diu. Okay. If we deduct the stairs, যদি আমি stair খিনি বাদ দি দিও তেতিয়াহলে তাক কম আমি built up area. Okay. Then plinth area মানে we can add the verandas and stairs. Okay. So carpet area হৈছে walls, kitchen, bathroom এইগিটা একেলগে আমি carpet area বুলি কওঁ. Try to remember this also. Okay. So next we have lots of questions. These questions are very important, so I'll not going to discuss the questions because these are basics. If you search in Google you can find that questions answers. So try to prepare these particular questions. So like what are the types of mile steel or types কি হয়, what are the types of quantity survey type কি হয়, civil engineering drawing বুলি ক'লে তুমি কি বুজা, what are the types of engineering drawing or প্ৰকাৰ বিলাক কি, what is bent up bar, what is crank bar. Bent up bar is some type of bend, okay, bend present কৰি দিয়ে, okay, so that bent up, that is nothing but bent up bars, okay. ইনে usually reinforced বিলাক এনেকুৱা থাকে, but কেতিয়াবা কি কৰে inclination দি দিয়া যায়, okay, because of some reasons, right? So some তেনেকে সুধিব পাৰে crank bar কি হয়, what is the difference between main bars and distribution bar, main bar আৰু distribution bar difference to সুধিব পাৰে, what are the types of scaffolding or type কি, what are the types of plastering or types কি হয়, then we can have what is the pointing কাক কোৱা হয়, what is the center line method, foundation ত এটা আমাৰ method আছে center line method, so center line method to কি হয়. Then they may be asked what is concrete cover বললে কি বুঝা, what is the minimum thickness for the slab or minimum thickness কি হয়, and what is the difference between bridge and culvert. Then we can ask what is span কি হয় এখিনি সুধিব পাৰে, okay. Next we can have what is waffle slab কি হয়, what is a mat foundation, so what is waffle pot concrete slab, then how thick the slab of the house, what is rip floor, how thick the foundation of house, what is flat slab মানে কি, what is the flat plate slab, okay. Then footing বুলিলে কি বুজা, what is the concrete rough slab, what is the foundation bed, what is the slab foundation, what is the first wall, what is the concrete mud slab, what is the slab in civil engineering, how thick the concrete in a garage floor concrete or thick to আমি কিমান ইউজ কৰো, how deep does the foundation need to be, foundation to deep কিমান হ'ব লাগে, how deep the footers of the house, and we can say that what is the floating concrete in the slab foundation. These are both very important. Then suspended floor কি হয়, what do you mean by one way slab, and you can have what is coffer slab, we heard about coffer dam, right? So তেনেকে similarly we have coffer slab also, so sometimes they may ask what is coffer slab, then what is the continuous footing, then what is the concrete strip footing, what is the steam wall, punching shear মানে কি বুঝা, what is punching shear, then what is the hollow core slab, then what is the leaf slab construction, then what do you mean by PT slab, what is the flat plate of the abandon, and what is the flat collector, and what is the foundation of buildings, what is the foundation in engineering, how, what is mean by the footing in construction, then what is the split footings, then what is the waffle slab, what is the mat foundation, what is the waffle rough slab, what is the use of pile foundations, then you can have what is the slab on grade, open foundation কি হয়, what is the difference between raft and footing, this is very important, raft আৰু footing or difference to কি, clean beam কি হয়, what is the uses, this is also important, how thick a concrete foundation slab এটা কিমান ঠিক হয়, right? So সেইখিনিও important হয়. Next grade কি হয়, this is very important, what does monolithic slab কি হয়, what is the meaning of slab on grade, what is the slab of concrete, what is the meaning of suspended slab, what is the span in civil engineering, okay. Then we have lots of questions like what is the meaning of suspended slab, what is beam and column, how thick does a concrete slab need to be a garage, can you put concrete on concreteৰ মাজত আকৌ concrete আমি put কৰিব পাৰো নেকি, how thick does a concrete floor need to be, rough foundation কি হয়, how deep does footing need to be in the block wall, okay. Next what is frost wall, okay. Next we can have what is a floating foundation, what is a floating concrete, what is a suspended floor construction, what is a footing construction, then what is pile mat, covering কি হয়, what is waffle slab, what is the concrete strip footing, what is continuous footing, what is the strip foundation কি হয়, what is the foundation wall, how deep the should be footing be, what is punching shear in the flat slab, two way shear কি হয়, hollow core plank কি হয়, what do you mean by pre-stressed concrete, what is the slip from construction. Next we can have what is a tilt up, what is post tensioning in the concrete, what is the functions of the foundation, what is the combined footing, what is rib slab, what is flat slab, etc. Okay. Next you can say split footing ki hoy, deep foundation ki hoy, what is a concrete strip footing, what is a frost wall, what is suspended floor, what is single span bridge, what is slump in concrete, what is a Cassian pile, this is very important, Cassian piles bila ami code use koru, what is suspended floor, what is rib slab, what is a strip foundation, punching shear ki hoy. So these are very important questions. Then what is hollow core slab? What is slip from paver? What do you mean by shallow foundation? What is the pyre? Pyre ki hoy? There is a huge difference between pyre and pile. Okay, so try to see this pyre and pile or difference. What is the slump test? This is very very important. Slump value, concrete slump value ki hoy? Etu hudi dibo pare. So ei guti khini questions ami discuss kori asilo. So আপোনালোকে যদি decision to চাই বা next ভিডিওটো চাই উপকৃত হৈছে বুলি ভাবিছে যেন প্লিজ লাইক কৰি দিব আৰু যদি আপোনালোকে ভাবিছে ইয়াত যিমানখিনি কুৱেশ্যনছ আছে গোটেইখিনি কুৱেশ্যন সলভ কৰাটো সো দ্যাট আপোনালোকৰ হেল্পফুল হয় তেতিয়াহ'লে কমেণ্ট ছেকশ্যনত জনাব আৰু আপোনালোকে চেনেলটো কাইণ্ডলি ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি ল'ব চ' উইল কণ্টিনিউৱাছলি ট্ৰাইং টু প্ৰভাইড interview videos as well as some basics of civil engineering and some written exam syllabus also. So kindly support my channel. So subscribe korok channel to friends or majot share korok polytechnics or students bilak hok ba btech or student telokor logot share korok apnalokor friends or logot share korok. So thank you for watching. So hekhini asile ajer video to. So thank you.